Let's simplify the number expressions in problem 6. If you haven't worked on these yet though, before the discussion I encourage you to pause the video and try to work out the answers on your own. In order to arrive at the correct solution, we have to follow the agreed upon order of operations. You might recall the mnemonic Pemdas, which helps us remember the first thing to focus on is parentheses, and then exponents, and then we can tackle multiplication and division working left to right, and finally addition and subtraction working again left to right. In our first example, there are no parentheses, there are no grouping symbols, so I'm going to start by applying the exponents. 13 squared is 169, and 4 cubed is 64. And next, I need to multiply. 5 times 64 is 320. Now there's some flexibility in what I could do next. If I just look at the addition and subtraction from left to right, I'd want to first subtract to get negative 151 plus 17. And then adding 17 gives us our final value of negative 134. Part B works in a similar way, but this time I need to start within the grouping symbol here. Again, I'm going to start with the exponent. I get 2 times 25 minus 18, and I can also work with this exponent on the outside. 3 to the 5th power is 243. Of course, my main focus should be inside the parentheses still. I end up with 50 minus 18, which becomes 32. That 32 I can multiply with the 3 to get 96. So I have 40 minus 96 plus 243. If I do the subtraction first, I get negative 56 plus 243. 56 is 13 more than 43. So subtracting 56 from 243 takes me down to positive 187. And finally, for part C, we have some absolute value bars that serve as a grouping symbol and an exponent. There's also this exponent on the outside though, so let's start there because it's separated enough from the rest of the expression. One thing that's important to notice is an exponent like this only applies to the number that's closest to it. So the negative sign is actually not affected by the exponent. So this is negative 6 times 6, so negative 36, and then plus 5 times the expression inside the absolute value. So for that, let me start by tackling the exponent here, and this 2 applies to the negative 2 because the negative 2 is in parentheses. The entire negative and the 2 is affected by that exponent. So we end up with 3 minus 2 times positive 4. Let me move that absolute value bar a little bit closer. That gives me negative 36 plus 5 times the absolute value of 3 minus 8, which becomes negative 36 plus 5 times the absolute value of negative 5. And now applying the absolute value bar to negative 5, I get positive 5. So negative 36 plus 5 times 5, which of course is 25. And negative 36 plus 25 is negative 11. So the values we have for the three expressions here are negative 134 for expression A, 187 for expression B, and negative 11 for expression C.